Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're looking at the most controversial and emotionally charged movie moments that were inspired by real history.
The pilots are on the ground. That was the pilots, they're on the ground.
Number 10, cutting his arm off, 127 hours.
It is a bit of a climb.
We clap!
And a bit of a squeeze.
This Danny Boyle-directed survival drama tells the amazing true story of Aaron Ralston, a climber who became trapped by a boulder while on a hike in Utah. The most infamous scene comes when Ralston, played by James Franco, realizes that his only chance of survival is to amputate his own arm. The film doesn't shy away from the brutality as viewers are forced to endure every grisling detail. It said many audience members fainted during screenings, with some theaters reportedly needing medical staff on hand. The controversy wasn't about accuracy. Ralston himself improved of the depiction, but about whether such an unflinching recreation was too much for general audiences.
Do you have a phone?
Yes, but no signal. You should stop and rest.
I gotta keep going.
Number 9, Boston Marathon Attack, Patriots Day. Mark Wahlberg stars in this dramatization of the 2013 Boston Marathon bombing and the intense manhunt that ensued in its wake.
Come on out! Come on, Zokar, let's go!
And while the film aims to honor victims and first responders, it also sparked a heated debate. The bombing scene itself, which recreates the explosions near the finish line, is staged with harrowing realism. Many were vocally divided. Some felt it was too soon to dramatize such a fresh tragedy. The film debuted within just 3 years of the incident, while others praised it for spotlighting resilience. The fine line between honoring the fallen and exploiting trauma made this scene especially contentious. Number 8, Bear Attack, The Revenant.
Is it true you killed an officer?
I just killed a man who was trying to kill my son.
Leonardo DiCaprio won his long-awaited Oscar for his role in The Revenant, and many say it's thanks to the movie's most unforgettable moment, the brutal bear mauling of frontiersman Hugh Glass. The attack was inspired by accounts of Glass's real-life ordeal in the 1820s, and director Alejandro González Iñárritu staged it with harrowing realism. Shot in unbroken takes with excruciating detail, some critics slammed it for being unnecessarily gratuitous.
You'll be dead inside an hour.
Yeah, we all will be if you don't quit wailing like that.
The intensity even fueled bizarre online rumors, later debunked, that the bear attack depicted sexual assault. And since the historical record of Glass's ordeal is murky to begin with, many questioned whether the filmmakers needed to push the violence as far as it did. Number 7, the assassination of Malcolm X. Malcolm X. Spike Lee's sweeping biopic builds towards one of the most shocking moments of 20th century history, the 1965 assassination of civil rights leader Malcolm X.
We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us.
In the film, Denzel Washington delivers a powerhouse performance as Malcolm, who is shockingly gunned down inside the Audubon Ballroom in front of his family and supporters. Lee meticulously recreated the incident, even filming at the actual location, making the sequence even more chilling. However, it was deemed controversial because of the unresolved questions surrounding Malcolm X's death.
Get your hand out of my pocket!
The film's very inclusion of the event once again brought the continuing historical suspicions to the surface, this time for a wide audience. Number 6, whipping scene, 12 Years a Slave.
You will refer to me as master. Now, Mr. Chapin is the overseer on this plantation. You two will refer to him as master.
In Steve McQueen's Oscar-winning film, 12 Years a Slave, we follow the harrowing true story of Solomon Northup, a free black man kidnapped and sold into slavery. The film's most disturbing scene comes when Northup is forced to whip fellow enslaved woman Patsy under the command of the cruel plantation owner.
You're doing this to yourself, Pats.
The prolonged, unrelenting violence may have been historically accurate, but it was incredibly difficult to watch. Audiences and critics questioned whether such unflinching graphic brutality was truly needed.
Striker, Black Striker!
However, many agreed that it was necessary for mainstream Hollywood to confront the atrocities of slavery without sanitizing them. Number 5. The Hijacking, United 93. Released in 2006, United 93 was one of the first films to dramatize the events of September 11, 2001, focusing on the hijacked plane that passengers heroically tried to retake.
Go over here and build my nest. You want to go outside and do the walk around?
Yeah. I'll be with you in about 5 minutes.
All right, I'll be here.
Naturally, the film's centerpiece is the hijacking sequence, shot in a nerve-shredding, almost documentary-like style that made audiences feel like they were aboard the doomed flight. Released just 5 years after the tragedy, the movie drew criticism for reopening the wounds of the day, with many wondering if it was too soon to depict the final moments of these real passengers and crew members. The scene proved just how controversial recreating recent trauma can be.
Tom, I started to scream and somebody said, "Get out of here, get out of here."
Number 4. Village Massacre, Platoon. Oliver Stone, a Vietnam veteran himself, sought to show the brutal moral compromises of the war in his 1986 epic Platoon. In one of the film's most controversial sequences, American soldiers raid a Vietnamese village, threatening civilians, burning huts, and committing atrocities that echo real-life incidences like the My Lai massacre. The disturbing realism made audiences confront America's wartime misconduct in ways that many had not done up until this point.
Let's go for it. Let's do the whole f***ing village.
Some veterans also criticized the film for painting soldiers as criminals, while others admitted it wholly reflected the chaos and moral collapse they had seen firsthand. Number 3. CIA Torture, Zero Dark 30.
You volunteered for this, didn't you?
No.
When Zero Dark 30 hit theaters, audiences were confronted with some of the most unsettling depictions of CIA torture ever seen on screen.
I know that you know him.
I told you before, I won't talk to you.
Scenes of detainees being waterboarded, beaten, and psychologically broken are shown in graphic, extended detail. The controversy wasn't just about the brutality, however, but about the film's perceived stance. Vocal critics at the time accused it of suggesting torture was effective and necessary. Senators and human rights groups condemned the film for potentially justifying war crimes. These depictions set off one of the most heated controversies in recent film history, forcing audiences to confront issues of ethics, accuracy, and cinematic influence.
Help me. Please.
You can help yourself by being truthful.
Number 2. D-Day Landings, Saving Private Ryan. It's safe to say that Steven Spielberg redefined war cinema with his unflinching portrayal of the Normandy landings on June 6, 1944.
Clear the room! 30 seconds! Got me with you!
You see, the film's 20-plus minute opening sequence immerses audiences in the carnage, showing soldiers navigating the sheer chaos of Omaha Beach. And while some veterans who lived through D-Day called the film one of the most accurate depictions ever put on screen, even finding it therapeutic, others found it so realistic that it triggered PTSD, so much so that a helpline had to be set up. The controversy was less about artistic license and more about whether the brutality was simply too much for audiences, especially those who experienced it.
Let's get into the war! Grab some cover and put some fire on that crew!
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Gas Chamber Shower, Schindler's List. Another Steven Spielberg film, Schindler's List is also filmed with haunting moments, but none are more harrowing than the gas chamber sequence.
Gave them soap. They told them to breathe all the time because it's good for disinfecting. And then they gassed them.
In it, Jewish women are herded into what they believe to be their deaths, stripping and waiting in terror as the lights go dark. But then, water comes out, The scene, drawn from historic testimony, captures the unimaginable fear victims endured, yet it also stirred controversy. Some critics questioned whether recreating such sacred trauma on film was appropriate, even with Spielberg's sensitivity. Others pointed to historical inaccuracy, noting the depiction of shower plumbing in the chamber, whereas in Auschwitz-Birkenau, the chambers contained no such fixtures. However, the scene remains one of cinema's most unsettling portrayals of the Holocaust. Do you think any of these scenes based on real-life events cross the line? Let us know in the comments down below.